Hey guys, okay, hi guys, welcome. Um, my name is Tammy Bini and it's Peter Side, but you can call me Tammy, really. Welcome to Tam's Culture. Before I go further, I want to sincerely apologize for my last video. I know it was very weird, especially with the blur line like in the middle of the video. So what happened was I used an editing software that was not free. So by the time I wanted to export, they said if it was not free, their watermark would be on the video. Me, I now thought, okay, it was going to be something down in the middle that I could easily edit out or something. Or this thing was plastered in the middle of the video. I'm like, damn. So I had to put a blur line in it, but still exposed me at the end of the video. So yeah, I'm probably guessing you know the editing software that I used. But this video, I said no, it's going to be perfect because the last one I'm sure why I did poorly was because of that. But yeah. So yeah, welcome back guys. If you guys still came back, I wonder which guys I'm talking about, Sham. Anyways, on today's video, we're going to be talking about reasons why I love to create. So, I've always loved creating, be it writing, reading, dancing, talking in front of the camera. So anything that involves, inventing something new or inventing something. I've always loved doing that. I've been a very practical child since I was a baby, so that has really helped in my creative aspect of my life. Although I have not put it into practice so much of the time because of school, family pressure. Oh, don't concentrate on this, you have to finish school, blah, blah, blah. So I've not really had time to really explore my creative prowess. Even the times that I've had, I've always just given up or just at some point not cared or just abandoned it at some point, which is a very bad attitude. I mean, I didn't have much training in, not giving up. So right now I'm training myself, not to give up by, harnessing this YouTube channel. Anyways, we're going to get down to the first session. So the first one is I like to talk. To be honest, I think my style of talking has been very awkward down the years because growing up, how I was brought up, you really didn't have a say in that sense. Meaning, when you're being cautioned, when you're being, trained or something, and they always say, "Oh, speak your mind and everything," and then when you speak your mind, you're talking back at them, that kind of thing. So that really affects how you express yourself. I'm not blaming my childhood bring up or anything. Either ways, growing up in that setting really didn't help in my verbal expression of things. I've just channeled that energy to writing, sometimes I would do voice notes on my own. I have a lot on my phone where I'll just record myself ranting. It will be so out of place. Like if you hear my voice note rant, it's very, very confusing to listen to because I'm raving from one point, entering to a different point, and another point that there's no mixing is bruh. It's horrible. But that really, growing up in that setting really, made my verbal expressiveness very weird and awkward. In as much as I love to talk, when I talk, I jumble up my words, I'm very careful when I talk because if I don't pick my words, I would lose it. Like I would say rubbish. My English would just bam. I would just back out anyhow, to be honest. I'm even now that I'm doing this, I'm trying my best not to, do too much so my English doesn't break. It doesn't show me off. It doesn't open my niche. So anyway, so I love to talk actually, but I'm not the best. But I love to talk. I love to express myself. I love to air my views. I don't have much, but the ones that I have, I love to air them. I love to talk about them. Another reason why, like, airing my views discouraged. I was discouraged from airing my views because whenever I now get comfortable enough to talk, I realized that most people are not interested in the things that I'm interested in. So that kind of made me feel weird, or awkward, and everything. So it kind of Jesus, it's made me uncomfortable expressing myself, So enough about that. Second, I love being in my head. See, for people that love to think, like being in their head, you understand the excitement to be in your head, especially when you are creating something off the bat. Like you're being very mischievous, you're being very, naughty, very, very conspicuous, very mischievous, very, and then you just come up with something very off. But creative is a vibe. It will catch, it will hit. But that confidence to drop it is not there. But yeah, that's what being in my head feels like. Whenever I'm in my head, I think about a lot of things. So when I think about them, I write them down. So when I write them down, I'm now able to dissect and then create. So it can be in form of a poem where I'm witnessing or experiencing a situation. I'm experiencing a situation and then something just pops in my head and immediately I write it down, because if I don't write it down, it's gone. Like it disappears from my head. So I write it down, and then when I have a quiet time, I now build up on it and see if I can turn it into a poem or write like a short story or something. Also, I have like pictorial ideas in my mind when it comes to video editing and dancing, because I used to dance when I was way younger. Like I loved to dance. I think I still have the dancing spirit, but I just have to oil my rusty areas, and get back on my feet. But right now, I will not call myself the best dancer, but I can still dance. Anyways, I have a lot of video editing ideas in my mind relating to dancing. So whenever I think of them, I write them down, but I've not been able to implement them because I've just been so bad in my work ethic. I always procrastinate. Either if I'm not procrastinating, I'm just doubting myself that can I really achieve this or that kind of thing. But in that sense of creating, I've written it down. The idea is down, so it's just for me to implement. So I've literally created the storyboard. Thank you. My brain is working. The storyboard to the editing idea that I had in my head. So in that sense, I create. Then I feel fulfilled when I create. Like I really love creating, because when I invent something, when I create something, I feel like a god. It gives me this god energy, and that, oh my god, like you just literally actualize the thought in your head. So it might be my poetry or my beading, like because I bead, I used to make anklets and all. Or maybe a dance step or something that I've written down to like practicalize, or maybe I learn a dance or something, or I invent a dance that I will never show anybody, but yeah, and I feel so good about myself, like you know. And also starting this YouTube channel has actually been good. I'm hoping to be consistent, to be honest, because that's one thing that keeps me down. Consistency is one of my strongest traits, but we move, we're gonna get it. However, I feel fulfilled whenever I create. Give me that goddess energy, gives me that god energy, it gives me that sense of purpose, that sense of, oh, you're actually worth something, you can do something with your life, you know, you are sent here for a purpose, you just have to find it and build on it. Period. Another thing is, you know, you have to make the move. You have to make money. Yeah, money is very important because that's what you need to survive. So I also create to make money. You know, another reason I started this YouTube channel. I mean, I hear you make money on YouTube. I know it's not gonna be easy, but I'm willing to take the risk. I'm willing to work the work. So yeah, let's get down to it. Aside from YouTube, I also want to start selling my poetry. So I'm going to be reading some to you guys in later videos, to be honest. And I probably will create an IG page for where I will be posting samples of my poems. So you guys, if you want me to write a poem for you, maybe for a birthday or something, you can just hit me up on my DMs and then we talk about the pricing and stuff like that. But that's something that will come up later. But yeah, I rap poem, guys. Like, don't worry, when I read some for you, you guys will melt. Melt. Anyways, so yeah, you need to earn money with the things you do that you love to do, the skill you have. That's why they say learn a skill so you can make money in life, because in as much as the degree is good, it gives an upper edge. But if you don't have skill, the degree is useless, you understand? So yeah, creating helps me make money. So yeah, I also create because in some way or form it impacts people, especially my poems, because I write about most times my experiences or how I'm feeling in a particular experience. So whenever I write my poem and the few people I get to read it to, they're like, oh, this is actually mad, or like, this makes sense, like, I really did this, or I really tapped into this, blah, blah, blah. So I think when I create, I love the reactions I get from people. I'm like, oh, okay, this is actually something that, you know, people can relate to, people can understand and actually, you know, vibe with. So yeah, aside from that, I mean, some people say, oh, that means you really don't create for yourself, blah, blah, blah. I do create for myself. I just like it when other people appreciate my work. I mean, I do appreciate my work. I know that my work is authentic and beautiful and unique in its own way, but when people like understand and like relate and like are able to, you know, tap into the message, like, it's beautiful. I find it very, you know, satisfying that, oh, actually somebody actually understands, you know, where I'm coming from, my work, I can relate to my work and stuff like that. So be it dancing, be it my video editing skills, be it my poems, be it my beats that I used to create and everything, be it anything really. I'm even wanting to go into music production, but I need the time. I mean, I know some basics. I've made some beats. Maybe I'm going to share that, so I don't know. But I'm going to. I've made some beats that I know that, okay, I'm not that bad, but I can be better. You know. So I really want to learn how to make beats. So that too is part of my creative process that I'm working on. So Yeah, I love seeing part of my creations. Also, it encourages me to be myself, be original to me and my ideas and to my creativity. To be honest, I've I've found myself sometimes, being phony to who I am, like, being false to who I am, or trying to put up a character that really doesn't represent my values, who I am as a person. And it has affected like how I think creatively, because events that happen to me affects me creatively, because I'm very emotional and my emotions are part of what you know Jesus, my heart. Wow. Wow, Jesus. That was weird. Okay, so yeah, my okay, what's my train of thoughts? Okay, so my emotions influence what I create, especially in my poems. So when I receive emotions that are not original to me due to faking a personality or something, like it really gives me writer's block or creative block as to how am I going to produce something that's gonna look like this person's, or look like this person's. I'm now more dependent on other people's work than trying to see from inside of me, like see from myself as to, okay, what can I produce? I'm now looking at what others have produced to like innovate. So I find myself in a lot of that, like in more situations that are like that, and it's weird. It was really weird for me. So creating more these days, it's helping me find what I actually like, and things that are actually coming out of my head, like, oh, this is actually mad, it's not that bad. And I get to work on them, and tweak them and make them better ideas. So creating more these days has actually helped me to explore ideas in my head and be more original to myself and who I am as a person. And it also develops my creative and critical thinking. Funny thing is that we have a course like that. The name of the course is Creative and Critical Thinking. I'm actually studying mass comm in Banathan University. Yeah, that's all I can review for now. But oh my god. Anyways, that's what I can review for now. I'm going to tell that story in another video. But yeah, and I'm not saying that course has helped me, or that's the reason why I started thinking, no. But I'm just saying that when I create, it helps me to think creatively, because when you create, you have to put on your creative thinking hat and like, oh, what can I do to make this to be different, to be unique, to do something new, and blah blah blah. And then ideas begin to pop into your head and you write them down and blah blah blah, all those processes. So all those processes really engineers me to think in a way that I didn't think I would think before. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. So it's good. It's really good for me, because I'm someone that didn't used to exercise creative thinking skills before. I was very dependent on ChatGPT, AI, other people's work, blah blah blah. I was a very big copycat, but now I force myself and think of my own. You have to think of something that's very original to you, even if it's trash. Write it down. You can make it better, that kind of thing. So it really, really encourages me to think, and also affects everyday life too. Because when you start to think in that manner, you get to make better decisions in your daily life, in your day-to-day decisions and stuff like that. So it's really all round is very good when you're able to create, because when you create, you are able to explore your mind. You are able to know how far you can stretch yourself, how far you can go, you know, your strength, your weaknesses in your creation process. You're able to basically explore yourself, discover yourself, and it's generally a good thing. You know, creating is not really about, you know, the production itself. It's about what you can come up with, your process as to your thoughts, how you think. You know, you get to identify all of that. So it's very beautiful creating, no matter what it is, no matter how little, no matter how small. I remember when I was little, I would literally carry a book and pen and just start writing rubbish. Like I would draw everything, or I would carry stone and just start placing the stones in different positions and like building something on the ground. Like I did so many things like that I'm just like, cause I just wanted to create. I just wanted to do something, like to put out an image in my head out to the world, to existence, to the physical realm, that kind of thing. So yeah, guys, that is as much as I can say. The reasons, or the major reasons that, you know, encourages me to create. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, you know, to your friends, and tell your friend to share to your friend, and that friend should tell her friend to share to her own friends and everything. But just like, subscribe, and please leave a comment as to what you want to see on the channel. You know, any improvements, things you might like me to talk about, if any. Yeah, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.